Anyway, we never quite got to the actual subject we were working toward, but while we do that, can I do multitasking, honey?
Well, yeah. Are we gonna actually go anywhere, or just sit here in this parking lot?
Well, we are gonna go somewhere soon, but what do you? I can't drive and do this.
Well, that's why I was asking.
I'm not that good, honey. And even if I am, it's probably best that I don't.
So, yeah, we're kicking around ideas for our opening title sequences. One, I guess we're gonna have one for our
the
regular
whole idea
clips.
of a title sequence is cool. That was your idea.
No.
Well,
no.
somewhere along the way it was one of ours, and
it's
then both of ours, and then
Jody's been thinking about our standard one, sort of that appears before our clips, which won't be as elaborate as, say, the title sequence for ER, with a cast of 38 people and blah blah blah, and it takes 15
don't
minutes.
tell them all the details of her.
No, ours will be short because our clips are relatively short. For one thing, we don't want our title sequence to be longer than our clips, but
right.
But Jody's got some great ideas for that, and she shared her great ideas with me, and it gave me some ideas for we need a different title sequence for our armchair sessions, which in theory we're going to put up regularly
starting
on
Sunday
mornings.
Today is Thursday.
Yeah, and we need to
October
talk about that because a sort of a theme with us lately has
23rd.
been, don't wait,
Right on.
do it today.
Right
And
on.
not just today, but like now, god damn it, now. What was that from?
I can't remember.
Die Hard. It was from Die Hard. It was when Lieutenant Al Powell calls for backup. He's like, send everyone.
Al Powell?
And, yeah, Sergeant Al Powell of the LAPD. Well, anyway. But my idea for our title sequence for the armchair sessions, because it's a dignified affair and it's for people to watch in theory,
Kind of
again,
like a news show.
yeah, on Sunday morning in the comfort of their den with the fire burning and their slippers on and their newspaper beside them and their coffee and perhaps their pipe if they're into that, and in the morning on Sunday.
Probably I would be if I had a pipe.
You had a pipe, you'd smoke it on Sunday
and a
morning.
den. Why not?
And yeah, it's to replace your McNeil report or whatever that is, or Meet the Press, or bad TV
or your
evangelist shows.
Sunday morning. I don't know what it's called. But anyway,
Whatever
that one. It's better than that one, that's for sure.
It is.
Because that one's not even memorable enough to remember.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Ours is better. Whatever it is. Could be anything. Ours is better.
Yeah.
So we were listening to the radio and there was this light, I don't know if Baroque would be the right word, but this little flitty violin piece that had the right spirit. I thought, we're not going to use somebody else's flitty violin piece. We're going to make our own. But damn it, I'm like...
And I wanted to go to the music store. That's one of the things I wanted to do. And damn it, we always have to wait. And then we spend our money in like a week, and then we have to wait a really, really long time
months
for more money. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I really want another harmonica. I think I've earned a harmonica.
Yeah, you have, baby.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, I'm stuck on the flitty violin piece, which we can do ourselves without a violin even, because very soon we're gonna
we made
pick
an
up.
investment.
We've got this kick-ass Yamaha keyboard with touch-sensitive keys.
Right on.
And like 200 voices, different instrument voices.
And all we have to do is make a trip to Albuquerque to pick it up.
It's got everything but the kitchen sink, y'all. So.
And we've got a kitchen sink.
We've got a kitchen sink.
Just no running water. But
we'll use our kitchen sink in some of our musical pieces. It's like accompaniment. You know,
Like
the gurgly
percussion?
sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
the gurgly sound.
The
It would be
gurgly sound.
cool, huh?
It's sort of like a running
Shit.
brook that doesn't
Sorry.
run very
Yeah.
well. It kind of goes.
Honey, that's not exactly what it sounds like. It is.
I'd like to see my keyboard replicate that sound. It can't.
Right on. But you can.
Yeah, I can.
You're like a Foley artist. But we love our van, don't we?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. We've
it's
got
like
the coziest
coolest.
little casa that ever there was.
And the prettiest too.
Yeah. So the whole do it now thing flies in the face of flitty violin music, but we could put the first one up, sans flitty violin music, and then add that for the second one.
We can do what we want. It's our dealie, but
Yeah. Oh, and there was something else I wanted to do. Maybe it's what I'll work on today.
what's that?
Before we put up the first armchair session, which is all shot in the Sam's Club parking lot in front of our van,
Yes.
underneath the awning,
Yeah.
I had actually taken footage of sort of the unveiling of the awning for the first time, and I want to make a clip out of it that's all sped up with a bouncy little sort of slapsticky
Oh yeah,
thing.
is that the thing that you've been thinking of
Yeah,
for a
and
long time?
yeah, and it's totally in
Can
my
you use
head.
my keyboard to do that? Because my keyboard's nothing to sneeze at.
What I'd really like to do for
Oh,
that, if
you've
you're,
really rejected my keyboard.
well, it's just because your keyboard doesn't do a piano.
Yeah, it does. It does a piano.
We could use your keyboard. Okay.
Oh, do you want to? No, you
Well,
don't have
you can
to.
tell
I
me
was
what you
just
think.
teasing you about
would,
rejecting
and this
it.
would take two of us if we're lucky.
Okay, what is that? But are you wanting to put this up before Sunday
Kind of.
or for Sunday?
Yeah, it'd
That
be kind
would
of
solve
a cool,
a lot of
it'd be kind of-
problems.
but the prelude. We could put it up as a prelude to the armchair session. The
Sure, but
unveiling
it
of the
could
awning.
be
Yeah.
the prelude without the actual armchair session yet.
True.
Is that? It would solve the whole do a title sequence in like 2 days without a big key.
Sure, and this would be a one-time affair, really. So, but the musical piece,
I'm listening, sweetheart.
it's a piano piece, this bouncy little number that any slightly skilled pianist could play by his or herself. But then there's also a harmonica accompaniment.
That's cool. But what key? Because we only have G.
We could find the harmonica is only one note.
Oh, one note?
Yeah, it goes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and actually it might be two notes because then it would have to go up to.
That's the same note,
No,
isn't it? Oh,
That's it. That's the whole.
I only can do one note whistling.
So they all sound like the same. We see we can work around that. Yeah, it's like, I had envisioned this. We don't have to do it this way, but of course we'll film us making the music.
Yeah, I love that idea. I'm just frustrated I can't find a clip to watch, a new one. I want to do one and post it today. This is what we go through, folks. We go through a lot for you all.
That's cool. Is that a clip?
Yeah, that's part of my happy birthday to me stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, one funny one in Colorado that I wanted to do was in McDonald's parking lot. You know that storm that you ran out to catch? It never got on film. I don't
really?
think it was on, no. That sucks, because that was cool, because you were running out in the middle of the storm. But, honey, I am in total agreement.
Okay.
I think we should definitely.
I had envisioned
film
it being played on the real piano in the practice room at the school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We could maybe do it today if you know how to do that. And I've got my harmonica. I grabbed it on the way out. You never know when you're going to need one. And
because I'm not a skilled pianist, we may have to do two separate tracks and put them together.
That's fine. We can do that.
Because I can't, like, you know how people can't eat and chew gum at the same time? Some people can play the piano and sing and, like, wow a whole audience of people, like, playing the piano. Like, you know, like the Piano Man. I'm not the Piano Man. Not yet. I will be someday, but...
Cool. I want to play the piano too, honey.
Okay, we'll do that.
But not
when you were a
today,
kid, did you do the... One person plays that part and the other person plays ding 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 ding. We can do something like that, and then we'll have to record the harmonica on a separate track unless we're more astute
I can
at
play
playing
the
piano.
harmonica with 2 notes, I think.
While you're playing the piano?
I think. I mean, I think I could do that, but we'll find out.
We need practice at this stuff, folks. We'll get better.
Well, I think we can do it. I don't see any...
Okay.
Do you know where our first... I guess that's not our first armchair session. I keep thinking the one in the field, the flowers, is our first one.
Oh, really? No, that was like...
Am I interrupting my sweetheart?
That was like our 6th or 7th one, or 8th.
I'm interrupting my sweetheart. I'm multitasking and getting...
I know, baby.
Why don't we talk more about your deal? Because I really want to do it.
Okay.
And I think we can do it together.
Well, if we can't do it today, we can do it tomorrow. Maybe.
We can probably do it today because we have a little time if it goes well. I just have to do that editing shit. And I have to go in and check Scotty's class before.
Right. Well, we got plenty of stuff to do today. If tomorrow looks like it'll be more open, we should go
let's try to get it all done today.
Some leisure. Yeah.
We never have that, honey.
Well, this is a leisurely act. It's got to be. That's the spirit. It's leisurely. It's fun, and it mustn't be like we gotta do this. We gotta do this fun thing. God, I gotta stop using the Lord's name in vain. That's how.
Me too.
That's what some people hear when I say that.
Right.
I mean no disrespect. I don't mean to be
right, and I have to do that too. To stop that too.
So we're trying to do that. We want to be respectful to everybody.
Sure. We can bleep that stuff out too.
Almost tacked on me after.
Honey, that's terrible. Here's McDonald's.
Okay.
It's this one, I think. I was thinking of it this morning.
Okay. Oh, my baby has her glasses on. I love that.
So, we can do that tomorrow, or?
We could do that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'd rather do it when we don't feel like we're, under the gun. Certainly. If we'd feel less under the gun tomorrow, I hope that we would. It's like we got plenty going on today. Even if...
I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow, hon.
Oh, tomorrow. Well, let's see. We have court. Then we have... No, we don't have court tomorrow. I'm kidding. Oh, yeah. That's a rainstorm.
Yeah, that's the rainstorm, but remember you ran out in it and with the camera and it...
That was smart.
Work. And it wasn't on or something. It's weird how things are recorded, but they don't come up in that order that they're recorded, right?
Yeah.
Is that
they certainly don't import in the right order. That was
at that restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe this is no, that's not it. I just opened that. This is only 1 minute. I think that's it.
Let's see what it looks like. We could use a 1 minute clip.
Sure.
A nice little... It's a little treat.
Has it started?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're in the middle of a freaking storm that reminds me of the weather from when I was a childhood. We're not... my childhood. We're not that far. But don't get struck by lightning because it's bad out there. It's kind of rough.
This is where you were going to run out there. Maybe it's on there, honey.
This came out of, like, nowhere.
You did it, honey.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought...
Oh, cool. Things like summer storms look more impressive in person than they do on camera.
I agree. It looked to me like you were getting blown away.
Yeah.
But you can't see the
Sounds
wind.
like it, yeah.
You can hear the wind.
You can definitely hear the
You're
wind.
stumbling through the drive-thru. Honey.
Wow.
Cool. That's it.
Holy
Yeah.
cow. I should have filmed more stuff like that.
Cars and buildings don't show.
Yeah. Well.
That was cute. No, I like it. Okay, where did it go? It bugs me because maybe this is it.
Tuned to something when I was.
And
You were ahead of me on the whole thing.
I told him we're going to smoke some more of your break every day. You up on it. You show yourself.
Yeah.
I wanted to get us leaving McDonald's.
But first you, for a while.
Did you look at the clip number? Is this the
I'm a control freak, but sometimes I have to make you let them see you. Isn't he gorgeous? Isn't he gorgeous? I'm in love with this man. I'm madly in love with him. You are gorgeous. Talk about wild eyes. Oh my God, they're slate gray, baby. Slate gray. And to me, that's hot.
Nobody can
Hotness,
see
yeah.
it.
All the colors of your eyes. Right now, all the colors of your eyes are really sexy and hot. They're beautiful. And so anyway, there's Luna. Before we get to it, we got a thrill. Remember whenever they said, we said that we might get a thrill there? We got a thrill of being rejected.
No, that's the one I wanted to do was... Is it this one? It's only 31. I want to cry when I can't find... Okay, wait. There's something missing. 2017. Okay, so we're gonna... 2017. There it is. Well, I don't know if that's it or not, but that could... Where is that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's John. Okay, cool. It's not that one. Did we miss 2016?
I didn't see it up there.
Okay, cool. Because now we can find it. It's this one.
Oh, there's two
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah, we have multiple as of the same.
Okay.
Just the way the dillies number it. So this is it.
No, we can't do that. Because I decided to go in and get tea.
Honey, if you raise up, I'll look under you. Babe. God. Okay, well,
It's getting hot in here.
I feel like talking about what we just watched, but
Sorry, it's boiling. And I'm wearing a
it
coat
was,
too.
we'll just say it was bad and pitiful, and
This is it.
we were
Okay.
happy not to be associated with it.
I remember what that was. Remember we saw something on Line. Anyway, I won't go into it. It wasn't bad as in immoral. It was just bad as in bad quality. What happened? It died? No. Okay, I'm moving it to the desktop. That's the one I want to do.
Okay.
We'll probably call it The Thrill.
Cool. That's a good name. I'd watch it.
You'd be in it.
I'd definitely watch it.
Okay, cool. We'll set this on your lap.
Okay.
I'm dying of heat, hun. I gotta take off this coat. It's my own fault, but I fluctuate.
Yeah.
Okay, did we get to talk about... I don't feel like we sufficiently talked about the title sequences.
I think if we're not going to tell them specifically what we're going to do, we probably talked about it enough.
Well, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be
Yeah.
cool. It's... My baby did a title sequence for the student film in crew class, and he did it. And it was really cool. Everybody laughed. The timing was really nice. He's very particular and very meticulous when it comes to editing, to the point that I can get frustrated over it because he does complex stuff, and that's why I'm taking your ideas and going into my editing class this afternoon and using some of that more complex approach to a really, really short,
Yeah.
like 3 minute, not 3 minute, like it was 30 seconds long, the whole performance. And by the time I'm done with it, it'll probably be 3 minutes with the title sequence, the end credits, and the extra stuff.
You should lobby for a little extra time for titles. I bet you could get that.
Well, that's from the final project. I'm not gonna try to get this into anything.
Right.
I just want to play with the editing and try some different stuff that my sweetheart has inspired, and then take it, of course, and use it on our stuff.
Oops. Sorry, lady.
What?
I dropped a cigarette out there.
Oh.
And she came back to her car.
So anyway, we're going to add title sequences to both the armchair sessions and our regular posts, our regular clips. I don't know if we're going to add our title sequences to older clips, our intros to older clips. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. What were you thinking of?
Now I'm torn between two things.
What?
Well, our armchair sessions are supposed to supplement the stupid Sunday morning news shows.
Or replace them.
First, I liked the idea of doing a quick zoom view in your armchair with, and then dun, 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 Jody Drinkwater, and whoosh, dun, 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 Darren Graham. But that sort of goes against the grain of the flitty violin music. That would actually, it might not. It might be a nice juxtaposition.
We'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens.
Okay.
What is it gonna hurt? Extra 10 minutes of filming
Yeah.
and messing with the
Just
editing.
messing around. Besides, nothing is ever written in stone. I mean, even our,
Except for
I think
stuff
even
that's
our,
written in stone,
except
like
for
the
that
Ten
stuff.
Commandments and
Yeah.
stuff. Huh? But other than that,
Didn't those
nothing.
get destroyed? Yes, he chucked one of them off the mountain, didn't he? And
Was it? You're thinking of Monty Python, honey.
maybe, okay.
You need to read your Bible more.
Man, as far as I'm concerned, Monty Python is the Bible.
We just lost a good
And I just,
chunk of our audience.
and I just got my soul condemned to eternal damnation. So.
Well, let's make the most of it while
Yeah,
we're
right.
here.
Anyway.
No, I don't think you're condemned to hell if you don't know the Bible, but maybe you should start learning a little bit more about the Bible and like.
No, really.
Anyway,
I
I'm
swear.
trying here,
no, I'm
folks.
thinking
I'm trying.
of Charlton Heston as Moses. He chucks one of them at the golden cow or something. And,
Why would he chuck the 10 Commandments at the golden cow? So you're suggesting there were more than 10 commandments?
No,
there were like
there were
15?
2 tablets, and I don't know, that doesn't mean they weren't written in stone. They were still written in stone, but it's just that the stone got chucked at a golden cow. That's all.
You did watch the 10 Commandments?
Yeah, I watched the 10 Commandments.
Well, that counts then.
Yeah.
But I can't remember because it's been a long time. And
Have you read the Bible? No, but I saw the movie, so you know.
you only saw part of it. I mean, you saw the movie, but you only saw part of the Bible. That's only a small portion.
Yeah, that's true.
Still trying to teach people the Bible. I'm not even a Christian anymore.
Well,
And apparently I know a lot about the Bible. I don't remember this section about the
we'll have to go.
throwing the 10 Commandments at a golden cow.
We'll have to go watch it again. I don't know. Moses has a gun strapped to his belt, and he's all.
And he's got an NRA sticker on his butt.
The Second Amendment mixed up with the 7th Commandment, and it's like, I mean,
Now, that's not a slam against Christians. That's just a slam against NRA gun nuts. So if you're both, then you haven't been paying attention to Jesus very well.
that's very true.
Yeah, Jesus was really toting a gun around.
Right.
Like when his oppressors, imprisoned him and threatened to crucify him, he pulled out an automatic weapon.
You know how they did a reboot of like Romeo and Juliet?
No.
They did. No. It was
Really
Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, and it was Baz Luhrmann's movie. It was Romeo and Juliet set in modern times, and they used Shakespeare's text, but they said it in modern times. So when they pulled out guns, they're all talking about draw your swords, or the guns are manufactured by a company called Sword, so all the guns say sword on them. And guns are referred to as swords, I was just thinking we should do a reboot of like the Bible and set it in modern times. I don't know.
I mean, Shakespeare and the Bible aren't exactly the same.
No, they're not.
Even though they are confused by people who've studied both.
Well, just a thought, anyway.
Well, I'm just saying, what? I don't get it. Why do we want to redo the Bible? I mean, honestly, neither of us is a Christian. Neither of us wants to offend. Let's do something else.
Okay.
But it is a good idea. You guys can steal it.
I didn't think we were going to really...
I just gave your idea away.
I didn't think we were going to really get to that anyway. But so we got other things going on, but...
We would be stuck. Have you ever done the very opening of Genesis?
Yeah.
Read it?
I have. I've read... I don't think I've ever made it through the Old Testament, but I've started a few times and gotten away.
Well, you can't hardly get past that genealogy and the...
Oh, man, I skip that part, usually. Because really, what are you going to gain
I've tried to read it, honey, and that's where we'd get stuck. We'd get started on the Bible, and we'd get halfway through the genealogy, and then we'd give up.
Right.
We'd be like, let's go do something else.
Really? Yeah.
Because that's tough stuff. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, even pronouncing those names.
Somehow it makes me think of second grade when they made us memorize all of the state capitals.
Yeah, and you did?
Yeah.
I tried.
I guess we all did. But God, I think we spent weeks on that before everybody finally got it, and then we all promptly forgot it before the school year was even out. What was the point of that?
If you think about the genealogy thing, it's kind of like the Bible's title sequence. This is the
the opening credits
in a way. I mean, they're not really playing roles in the actual Bible, but they are the formulators of the Bible because they're the formulators basically of the human race, according to the Bible.
And whoever was writing that down, I wonder if he traced his or her, probably was a him, his own ancestry.
A lot of women wrote books of the Bible.
Finally, it gets to Abraham begat Josephat, begat yada yada, and that
Jumping
that dude
Jehoshaphat.
was my uncle.
See,
my
we're
name
insulting
is,
everybody. It's just that
is it that insulting? I don't know if it's that.
I don't know. I certainly wouldn't really want to do that, but I don't know. I mean,
I think I'm just going to
pops
say this.
out.
I'm going to say this. I think Jesus had a sense of humor, and I certainly think if there's a God in heaven, that God in heaven has a sense of humor.
Sometimes I think he made me the butt of the joke.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
It's like, that was funny. He's
I
up
think-
there laughing.
I think it's sort of even biblical, really. I mean, don't you think they were both having a laugh at Job's expense? You know, in the book of Job, it's like,
Jeez, that'd be a bit harsh.
It's kind of
but
a dark sense of humor, but
black
you know,
humor.
Yeah, right. Well, we're not the first people to do it anyway. There was a who wrote it? It was a play called God's Favorite, and it was about one of God's angels coming to Earth and meeting this guy who's sort of the modern day version of Job, getting cursed left and right. And it was a comedy. It was a comedy about God's wrath, basically.
Well, life is funny. I mean, come on.
I wish I could remember who wrote that play. Maybe it was like Eugene O'Neill, or
cool.
maybe it was. Yeah, you'll have to pardon me. When we post this, we'll flash the name of the actual playwright at the bottom of the screen while we're talking
It'll
about
be
it.
someone that nobody's ever heard of.
No, he's definitely heard of. He might be the dude that was married to Marilyn Monroe for a while.
That's
That's not Arthur Miller.
Yeah, that was Arthur Miller.
Okay, no,
yeah.
he was way too serious to write
anyway.
a play like this. He was very... whatever that
I
is.
thought he was cool in the picture I saw of him.
Really? Maybe he
Yeah.
was cool. The picture was
To
cool.
me, the
Yeah,
picture... Did
the
I show
picture
you the
was
picture?
cool. I think you did,
Oh,
yeah.
or just tell you about
He
it.
looked
but
cool in the picture.
Anyway, in the picture, he steals the show, I think, by far.
He's a classy
Because
looking
he's got
dude.
the deep set eyes profound eyes. But anyway, now half of our audience that didn't turn it off the first time turned it off the second time.
I don't know. We might actually stir up a bunch of ire and start getting a bunch of hate mail, but they say all press is good press, you know?
Well, I really genuinely don't want to offend people, but I guess maybe what we could be doing is just like, I don't know, isn't it funny when you try to read the Bible and there's all these names that you don't understand and it just goes on forever, and it is funny, isn't it? And, like, all this stuff that seems strange in a way happens in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in life
lots
too,
of weird
but
stuff.
yeah. But what were you going to say it's like?
It's a we'll laugh about it later sort of thing. When you're actually reading all of these names,
Right.
It's like we'll laugh about this later. I don't know how funny it is at the time, but we're seeing we're laughing about it now.
Oh, anyway, hey, we hope that, we really have a lot of respect for Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus was a righteous dude. I mean it.
Jesus was he lived his life according to nonviolence, and now this is where I'm going to possibly really offend the Christians. If you were a real Christian, you'd lay down your guns and start living in accordance to the principles of nonviolence. That's what we're trying
sister.
to do, my baby. We're trying to do it. It's tough, but at least we don't promote violence, and we're not out there saying, oh, go buy more guns, go buy more guns. You're going to have more guns to protect yourself from all these other people with guns. I'm so sick and tired of guns.
Right. I'm sick and tired of Christians who are like pro-death penalty,
pro-war,
pro-kill the abortion activists, and I don't know.
Well, not abortion activists, but like doctors.
Pro-activists or whatever.
Pro-choice.
Yeah, sure. Pro-choice.
Well, anyway, they're killing people and it's wrong.
Well, I think more people have probably been murdered in the name of Christianity than anything else in the history of the world.
I don't know if it's true in the history of the world, but definitely it's been a huge source of strife.
Right. It's a
and
fundamental
religious strife is wrong.
Misinterpretation of
a
one's
complete
own religious
distortion
text, you know?
and perversion of what
yeah.
Jesus gave his life for.
Even in biblical terms, if that's not the devil's work, I don't know what is.
Right on.
So
here, buy more guns, kill more people. Oh, fill your house up with guns, and if little children pick them up and shoot each other with them, which has happened a lot, then it's okay, it's justified, because what if somebody breaks into your house? You have to kill them.
Right.
Like, I've had that argument a lot on Facebook, and I just tell the person, quit fantasizing about killing people. Quit spending all your energy and all your time about somebody breaking in your house so you can take a gun and blow them away. Like, there's something pretty warped about spending that kind of energy on that stuff.
What happened to turn the other cheek, you know?
And really, in the end, if we don't start practicing nonviolence, we're all gonna burn. We're all gonna go up in flames. It's just... We've got to be willing to make a sacrifice in this world. And we've got to be willing to devote our lives to a higher principle. And that's when everything will start to change. People will say, well, if you want to do that, you go ahead. If you want your family and you to be killed, well, I don't believe that that's what that leads to. I believe that in the end, it really does change the other person when we bow to their Buddha nature.
Oh, absolutely.
And nonviolence.
I think forgiveness is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. If somebody wrongs you, which is more likely to actually help the situation? If you seek vengeance or justice, and justice by which I mean... I'm disappointed that they only got 20 years and not life. I'm disappointed
that they didn't get the death penalty.
Right, which is more likely to actually change that person's heart, to look at them and say, I know you wronged me, you did this terrible thing, but I forgive you, brother, you know? Whoa, you do?
That's when
something
they
to grapple
change.
with.
That's when they change. That's when everything starts to change. Now, do we do that in a fake way? No. We have to actually do our own internal work.
In order to even accomplish
we can't deny
in the eye and saying, I forgive you.
We cannot deny that the person did this horrible thing to us. We have to confront it head on and face it and overcome it in ourselves. And then we can look at the other person in the eyes and say, I forgive you. See, forgiveness isn't a concept in Buddhism. It's called compassion, which is a different thing. It's very different, because in my mind, I think of forgiveness as I'm above you and I'm granting forgiveness to you. Compassion says we're equal in you. I see in you what is in me. I acknowledge myself in you.
And the potential to commit any of the same...
Of course, or not even the potential, you know, it's more than the potential. It's almost real. It's almost that it did happen because you participate. Now, this is radical stuff, but you participate in this on some level. I'm not saying that a victim isn't a victim. Of course a victim's a victim. Fuck yeah. Victims are victims. There are victims in this world. But at the same time, on a deeper spiritual level, we are making a spiritual agreement, a sort of a contract, to play out these atrocities and horrors in life so that we can all learn compassion. That's how we learn it. If that doesn't help you, forget what I've said. You know, just skip over that part. You'll get there at the right time if you're meant to, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll find out that in the end, all we can do is blow away everybody who offends us, you know, and...
Pretty soon nobody will be left.
Nobody will be left. And then we have to blow ourselves away, and that's what these people are doing. They're going into the schools, killing their classmates, and then killing themselves because they don't have any tools. They don't even know that it's an option or that it's the right thing to do to resolve these conflicts. Yes, you can resolve conflicts. I didn't know that until I started practicing Buddhism and basically living with my sweetheart. We can resolve our conflicts.
And we get to practice this on a small scale. Conflict resolution.
That's how it's all on a small scale. It's all on a small scale. People think, well, how are we going to end, the wars in here or there? Well, by you ending the war in you now.
That bumper sticker is totally true, I think. It's like...
Imagine world peace.
Well, yeah,
that's a good one.
And I have to do.
Yeah. And it matches your shirt, but anyway.
No, think globally, act locally.
Yeah.
It's a different way of saying, want world peace, find it in yourself.
Let's really work on it
that's
in
how
ourselves.
It starts. It's an internal
It's not really
thing.
even finding it, is it? It's more like creating it, like going out there and and through the creation process we find it. It was there all along, but we can't, it doesn't just happen.
That one, I thought of it in terms of contentment, because I went through life feeling really discontent.
Yeah.
And when you're discontent all the time, it really starts to gnaw on you, It's not just it's not a mood swing. It's like I live in this state of constant discontent. And then I sort of discovered that the trick to, not being discontent is simply to have contentment. And it's like, oh. That was
it's
it.
Definitely
it was
a different way of thinking about it than the way I think about it. In Buddhism, it is a struggle. It is a struggle against that part of ourselves that is our fundamental darkness. And that struggle is contentment. It's not the word contentment. We don't use that word.
I'm sure struggle is a part of it, because
words,
just because I stumbled upon that one day didn't mean that I was, forever after in a state of perfect contentment. No, because it's easy to lose sight of that, and then a lot of times you have to figure out why. And it's not like life opened up and was easy peasy from there on out.
And see, that's what I think people get the wrong impression of, that once you just have this subtle change of mind, then you're done. You're in peace for the rest of your life. No. Then you have to do it again in the next moment, in the next moment, in the next moment. It's a constant battle, a constant struggle with our own delusion, our own fundamental darkness. Do you agree with that? Because that's my experience of it. I never knew contentment or peace or anything even close to it, really, until I started practicing Buddhism, started doing that in each moment, going, well, like this morning, I'm cranky, I'm unhappy, we don't have our money.
Yesterday morning.
Yeah, but I had to struggle against that, and my baby, my sweet, helped me. And we never talked about the thrift store thing.
Yeah. The thrift store thing?
Yeah. This morning, like here, when I was like, I'm mad that we don't get to go to the thrift store. I'm mad that we don't have any money. And my baby goes, Mom, we can go to the thrift store. But it's not the thrift store or not the thrift store that makes us happy. I know that. It's or money or not money that makes us happy. It's not our circumstances. It's our choice. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that making sense with what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is it connect? Is it hand in hand with what you're saying, or is it somehow different, or from what you're saying?
I definitely see a connection. Like take contentment for example. There's always this inner turmoil that sort of defies a person's contentment. I don't know, or at least in my experience, and that's something that gets struggled with. And I don't know what the ultimate lesson of that struggle is. If the struggle can be overcome, or
I think
if
the
it's
struggle
more
will be forever. The struggle is forever, but we just get good at it and find peace in the struggle. That's the point. So many people are like, I'm not going to struggle. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, life
okay,
is a
then
struggle,
you're going to be in your struggle, in your suffering forever. You're never going to move out until you choose to face and take on that struggle. It's a struggle to overcome ourselves, our own fundamental darkness, the freedom to control ourselves. Which, with regards to money, we absolutely have to do and aren't good at. I'm bad at it.
I'm not good at it.
Shit, I'm terrible at
I
it.
used to think I was bad at it, and then I met my baby. No.
I would rather have cool clothes from the thrift store and live in my car. But that is my priority. I really would.
Guess what, honey?
Oh, we gotta go.
It's 11 o'clock.
Shit.
The radio show is
we gotta
starting.
listen to our radio show, guys.
Yeah.
And we gotta head to the thrift store and the storage unit. We'll see what we come up with. Well, we won't spend a fortune. We don't have one to spend.
No.
My sweetheart needs new clothes, and I always need new clothes.
Yeah. And
Look, you've seen me in this already.
we'll get back to you on that whole
Struggle, contentment, conundrum.
Yeah, the secrets of life, the universe. And
Yeah,
everything.
because we know them, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, we live in a van up in the mountains. It's like, well, that is what the great sages have done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we hope to be rich someday too, guys. That wouldn't be all bad. Okay, so we're the weird sages. I don't know that we're sages. I'm joking. But we stay at the Sage Inn.
We do stay at the Sage Inn. That's got to count for something.
Yes. Okay, adios, friends. Oh, do you have something to say?
No. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now, and something that rhymes with cow. Not something that rhymes with cow, but cow rhymes with chow and now. And I wanted to throw in a cow.
Well, there was something we used to say. I don't know why or where this came from, but it was ciao for now, super cow.
Really?
Cow. Yeah, we used to say that too.
Well, that
ciao
makes
for now,
sense.
super cow.
Let's say it.
Okay.
Ciao for now, super cow. Bye. Cool. I never heard that.
I'm not sure anybody did but us.
Who's us?
Just me and my geeky friends in high school.
They sound cool.
They were cool.
Right on.
This can't be any sort of official shout out, but let's shout out to my geeky friends from high school. Yo,
Darren's
my geeky friends
geeky friends
from high
school.
What's up, y'all?
Bye.